Hello, Victor here, Mercedes.com. Today I'm doing something with these control modules. These are ECUs. It's one of them actually, but there will be two ECUs from 98 SL600. So V12, two ECUs. Now the problem is original ECUs. Something happened with them, so they just don't work properly. And I got here one of the ECUs, replacement, used one, but because the car has drive authorization system, obviously we cannot just install used ECU because it will not start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the processors, and the reason for this video is I want to get the numbers before and after, so I remember the numbers. So this is the coding number for one of the used ECU and the VIN number that's in it. And once I change processes, I want to double check that numbers change to the original key and drive authorization module and VIN number from original ECUs. So that's the idea. Alright, so we'll start with that. This is the processor right here. The original processors are already removed from original ECUs, and now I'm just gonna solder in. Actually, I'm gonna solder in a socket so I can remove processor if I need to, reprogram or something like that if needed, or create virgin state, whatever the case is. So I don't solder and unsolder processors all the time. I'll just put in a socket and then just push the processor in. It's just to make it easier if processor needs to be removed again. Alright, so these are the numbers for one of them, and second ECU numbers will also be recorded. Alright, so let's take a look what we have here. This is the first ECU, first computer. So here is the original processor and the socket that allows to remove the processor if needed, also soldered in, obviously. And now we have the values and VIN number from original processor. Alright, this is the processor that came out. I just mark just one line here, and down here I put number 1, so I know where this processor came from. It came from used computer, and we do have different VIN number and different coding numbers. Obviously no drive authorization or anything like that, I mean, you know, but you know, we have lots of codes and stuff like that, but it is what it is. Alright, so I'm gonna cut it quits. It really doesn't matter with the codes, to be honest, because there will be a million codes. Well, not a million, but lots of codes. So the throttle body, obviously, because nothing is connected to the computer, coolant temperature, acceleration signal, and fuel tank pressure. So you know, the standard usual thing when computer is just on the bench, energized, without any. My primary objective is with the VIN number. So just make a picture of this and we confirm. Alright, so now I'm starting on the second ECU, and it's connected to my laptop here. Just want to read the numbers of this ECU. Processor is still in place, so it's still there. I haven't removed it yet. And yeah, so these are the numbers from secondary ECU. VIN number, coding number, unit number, all different, of course, because this second ECU came from another vehicle. So basically there are two original ECUs that came from the same car with same VIN number and same coding and everything, and then there is two replacement ECUs that came from two different vehicles, so therefore obviously the coding is different. So I'm going to get this processor removed and repeat the procedure that I did on the first computer. Alright, so secondary ECU, secondary control module is done. The socket is soldered in along with the main processor installed. Original processor with original win number. I just put mark number 2 because just keep the old processors in order. Like number 2, there's number 2 on the processor that came out from this used computer, right? It's used unit. And here we also see the same win number, and we see same coding number. So coding number, win number the same, although the coding unit number is different, right? The previous one was D7F667 if I remember correctly, but the win number is there, the coding number is there, so that should do. That should do, because that information is inside the processor, and I don't think the processor was altered in any way. If need be, then yes, of course I can just, like, you know, take out the processor and virginize it, and then we can write in the numbers that we need to write in. Because car did start, drive authorization worked, so that makes me think that one of these numbers is correct. So, and yeah, so I just wanted to record that, so we have the coding numbers recorded and computer to be put back together. I also will just clear codes before I remove this unit, disconnect the unit from the diagnosis laptop, and then let's just do that, because mine as well, you know. Potentiometer, right, full DAS, same exact thing. The 2 modules, I would like to have 2 modules connected together so I can read them together, but that's not gonna happen because I need drive authorization module, I need the key itself, the chip in the key rather, and the coil. Then I can connect these 2 together, connect CAN bus, and then I can read 2 modules left and right. But I do not have those other parts that I need to complete the setup, so I'm just doing individual by individual unit, just basic stuff. And that's about it. So now I'm gonna send it out to my buddy, and he's gonna put it in the car and test it out and see what happens. And if this does not work, then I would need to complete the setup, and I do it on the bench. I'm gonna clear it, and you know, just a different approach, if you will, right? It just has to be redone differently. But I have a good feeling that this all is going to work fine. All right, so this is it. Victor here, RestoreMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.